Welcome back to another Jay's collectible video, and I've been gone for a bit. Of course, I think Captain America From This Way will be going up before this video. I'm not quite sure how long, but maybe a day, maybe a week. It's basically if I can get my thumbnail taken, which it's really not that hard. But I actually lost a tripod for a bit, so it was under my mom's car, and then also I just had college, and every time I come home, I planned on recording, but then I didn't have the tripod. So we found this, or my mom found this actually the other day, in her car. So I'm happy to have it back. And I'm now actually making the final few parts to this video, and I plan on getting that done, because I actually got some new things. I'm going to try to stay within what I'm told myself I'm going to collect, but it's pretty cool stuff, and I think you'll like it also if you collect this certain theme. But with that, let's now get to the actual review of this figure. So bringing the packaging up, we got, of course, the Legends logo, the Build A Figure Thanos up top, and that'll be the next character we'll take a look at. We got a look at Proxima Midnight, and, I mean, overall it's a cool figure. There's one little part that I definitely noticed, which we'll take a look in a moment, that's inaccurate. We got the Avengers Infinity War logo down here. Again, that was a pretty cool time period when that movie came out. The box is not maybe a bit dirty or damaged. I kind of dusted it. It's been in a box, so it shouldn't be that bad. But this would be back then when I didn't open these up the neatest. So I think I pulled the tape, which there may be some little tears right there. I can definitely feel something there. But yeah, we gotta look at Proxima Midnight on the side there. And we gotta look at the back here. And then we gotta look at the rest of the wave down there. Got the Thanos. You gotta look at Proxima Midnight. And we got another look right there. So yeah, it's pretty interesting figure. Honestly, I think it's either this one or Black Widow. Actually, it may have been both of them, but I think this was actually my very first Marvel Legends character I ever got back in 2019. That's when I started collecting these hardcore in May of 2019 to be exact. And yeah, this is my first one, I think. If that's the case, then that's pretty cool. Making the title. But anyway, with that, let's now take the figure out and take a look at the package in that plastic tray. Alright, so in the tray here, she comes with her spear in her hand, which things may be a little trident here, maybe a little bent. We'll take a look at that. And I can tell you she had Thanos' body, because I can feel the peg, the whole body mold here, so that's what she had. And she doesn't have any hands, I don't think. I felt around here. I don't see any hands or feel any hands, which that's okay, because you all know me. I don't really take the hands out anyway. I mean, it's an extra accessory to get with the figure. It adds a bit of the value, but just overall, I prefer something like this or like objects instead of hands. But that's just my opinion and everything. I mean, they're cool, especially when they need them, like Spider-Man, I guess, example, Iron Man. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. Let's take this out and take a closer look at the Proxima Midnight. Alright, so here we have Proxima Midnight. I turn on another light on my lamp here. I don't have the best setup. I'm just kind of like, I do with what I have here. But I don't know what's going with that. But yeah, I turn on another light, because I feel like sometimes these don't, like, really, like, you can't really, there's a lot of shadows, or, like, the figure you can't see too well. But when I go through the editing phase, it usually looks pretty good. But her face is kind of like a dark blue, or a light blue, so it's kind of hard to see anyway. But here's Proxima Midnight, and I just wanted a whole, little lecture about hands. I wish they came with hands. If I were to get any other hands, it'd be the hands that would, like, hold something a lot better. So, like, this hand, I don't just because I've had it for a while, but her hand kind of, like, it really doesn't want to hold the spear here, her weapon here. This hand, you can't even put it in this hand because it's fully open, like it's going to grab something. So you can't really do anything with that. But, yeah, that's one of my minor nitpicks about this figure, and it is a, like, 5-year-old figure by now. So they're probably upgraded. I actually don't know if it's the same body mold they actually use for the 5-pack. Because, yes, she came in the 5-pack, the Children of Thanos, I think, in 2020. And you got basically all the Black Order members here in that pack. So, this is my only copy I have. And there's one big thing I can tell about this. I'm not quite sure if the weapon's correct. But just take that out for a second. But yeah, we got a little spear here, the little 3 prongs or spear pieces, I think that's what you would call them. They're kind of, I'm not quite sure if these two right here are supposed to be out a bit, but they kind of squish in together, probably from the warping and everything. We got this middle one here. It's a pretty cool, unique weaponry, I will say. It's a lot better than the Lego version, because the Lego version basically had just 2 different blade pieces. They probably could have molded one like this, but I don't know. They didn't do that. Gotta look at her little blade piece here. And it's a very, like, flat blade, like, handlebar here. Like, it's not a circle. So, yeah, that may have something else to do with her, like, you have to, like, turn it and have her hold it a certain way. But besides that, I think it's a pretty cool little piece here. It's very unique, as I said. It's a really cool weapon. Tell me in the comments below if this is correct. I don't have, well, one thing, I am visually impaired. I have some vision, but I don't see all the details, and also, I don't have the 5-pack, so I don't know if they changed it and everything. But yeah, and I know I've said this a lot. It's basically like a blind man's perspective on these figures and whatnot. I like to talk about them because I do like action figures here and everything. But here we have Proxima Midnight. So one of the big complaints I have with Proxima Midnight here from the first wave, she's missing like this whole black little design piece on her head right here, forehead. And here's what I'm confused about. So we had a Marvel Legend character, of course, that came out in 2018. But we also had Lego that came out in 2018, and as I said, they didn't get the weapon quite right, but I can understand that because it depends on what different molds they want to make. But they had the black little headpiece right here correct. So I'm confused on how one company got it right and the other didn't. I mean, maybe they just got it at different times or whatnot, but that was one of the more confusing things about this, that Lego got it right, but Marvel Legends, or the Legends line here, Hasbro got it wrong. So yeah, that's just one little thing I definitely noticed about this figure that's incorrect here. But yeah, she's all blue here. Her hair's, I think, also blue. Or maybe it's a bluish black. And I think it's blue. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong about that. Bigger, like her body here. Some white paint on it. All over. You got some little other details on her arms here. And yeah, actually, I just now realized this piece here has like this little spike portion here, and this one doesn't. Is it supposed to be like that? I don't know. Is that supposed to be like that? See how there's like a spike here, and there's just one on here. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be like that. Her hands open up like that. Just gotta look at the body. So yeah, it's a figure. I know who Iron Man is. I know who Cap is. It's one of the first figures where like I'm truly just here going in, like both literally and figuratively blind. Like I don't know much about it. She wasn't like shown in the movie as much. She had some scenes. I think she was one of the second person in most scenes behind Ebony Maw from the Black Order. But just I don't recognize her character too much, so I'm not quite sure if all these details are right. And plus, it's from the first wave, and she has one thing already taken off, which was this her little head portion here. Her arms, I know it's not an articulation, but her arms can go in that much, that far, if that makes sense. That they're just spread out like that. But yeah. So overall, it's a pretty, I like the figure as like just as an action figure, but I prefer to have the 5-pack and see what that one's like compared to this one, because again, that really does bug me how this is missing that little paint detail on her head. Kind of just brings it together and everything. And plus, I just want to see if this blade here is the same in that pack and everything. So yeah, that's a look at the figure. Let me know in the comments below if you have an idea, like how well do you know this figure from maybe the comics, maybe the movies and everything. I'm gonna ask you all a little help here. Just let me know if I missed anything and everything, like just paint details or if there's inaccuracies with like the body here besides this portion. I know that's wrong. But yeah, so with that, let's now take a look at articulation. So given the old body mold, and doesn't probably have too much, her elbow can go in that far. It can kind of twist like that. That's weird. I don't know, because of shoulder pauldrons here. I was confused there for a second. Okay, so yeah, her elbow can turn her like that, and she can bend at the elbow. I can go that far up because of the shoulder pad here, and that far down. Can you twist it? Not really. I mean, it kind of twists itself, but it doesn't really twist fully 360 degrees. So it'll be the same for this arm, I bet. Oh, no, it does. Huh, okay. She has one shoulder pad right here, but this one doesn't. Okay, interesting. That arm can go in, like that. Twist at the hand. No movement at the hand. Same with this hand. Oh, that one does actually. Huh. That's weird. You know, I should probably go through these figures before I start recording, but that's okay. This is my style here. Just kind of on the flow. Can she twist at the body? She can. She doesn't have an ab crunch. See, this arms can go up that far. So that's cool, I guess. She can move her legs. She can do splits like that. And then she can bend it right there. She can't twist it. And her foot does yeah, it can bend down like that. Pretty far, actually. Bend that far up. Oh, let's get in a shot there now. Bend this foot down like so. And bend it that far up. So, yeah, pretty cool. She can twist up the legs there. So, not a lot of articulation here, which I guess it's okay. I mean, all I care about is, like, if I were to pose her on my shelf, I just want to get her in a cool stance, and, like, with her, she has her blade and everything, so, yeah. So that's Proxima Midnight. Not my best review. I'm gonna be honest here. I'll be honest here. Not my best review, but it's because I guess that's where the vision comes into play. Like, it's hard for me to see if the details are right here from the figure, and yeah, I was literally coming here blind, literally just giving my thoughts on just the figure itself. But I look forward to see if anyone comments on any details I missed or got wrong. That way I know. And yeah, so I guess we'll get in our pose here, and we'll call it a day. So let's see if I can get a stand. So yeah, that's probably how I would that's probably how I would pose her, like that. I realize I have a habit of, like, putting my figures, like, in a pose with their weapons like this, and their hands always, like, reaching out when they have a sword. Very interesting. But, yeah, I'll just get her right there. So, yeah, as a look at Proxima Midnight. So, let me know in the comments below what you thought of this figure. I know the one from the 5-pack is probably way better. They got some parts probably right compared to this one. And yeah, overall, just let me know on how I did. I know it wasn't the best, and you probably want to have the best content, but then at the same time, this is just, like, I'm being honest here. Like, yeah, I don't know much about this figure, and I don't know just the details and everything. So, yeah, if you want to help in the comments below, if anything I missed or got wrong, feel free. But with that, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Next up will be Thanos, the Build A Figure, and yeah, and then we'll do the ranking video for just the movie figures. We're not doing the comics, so like Songbird, Taskmaster, and Serpent Society. We're not doing those figures. I don't collect comic figures anymore. But yeah, so with that, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Take care.